You know what that means. What's up, guys? It's been a while since we've uploaded a video. Figured this was a perfect time to drop one. We got a new bike. Obviously the headline, you'll already know what bike it is. But we haven't been too busy on the YouTube. Haven't really been in the mood. Kind of been busy doing other things that have kept me occupied, honestly. But we got a new bike. A lot of people have been wanting to see this bike or wanted me to get one to give my thoughts on it. And there she is. I'll go and give a rundown of what I think of it so far. I have not ridden it. And I'll give you the story behind this. It's a 25 KTM SXF. It's the motocross version. It's not the XCF Woods bike, but it pretty much is. And we picked this up on Marketplace. I'm just gonna sit down here and enjoy my coffee. It's a nice warm day, I guess. 40s right now. Snow's kind of melting. So I was browsing around Marketplace and we came across this bike. I started negotiating with the guy. He wanted like 10.5. I kind of threw a scumbag offer, which was 8,500. But you got to start low. And he said, nah. I'm like, I figured that. So next day or so, I'm like, all right, I'll go up to 9,000. We started talking a little bit. I started asking more questions about the bike, and he didn't take my offer. So a week goes by and I messaged him, I think Friday, and I said, hey, my offer still stands, 9,000. Bike's still sitting there. It's a week later, no one's bought it. So he finally took my offer. I'm like, sweet. Now the only reason I bought this bike was it's already pretty much converted to a Woods setup. And the guy that I purchased this from, I think he owns the track. It's called Red Dirt MX, I believe. It's somewhere down south Alabama, past Birmingham. It was a 3-hour drive to get this bike there and back, so 6 hours round trip. That was the only downside, but I had nothing going on Sunday, so we picked it up. So the reason I bought this bike, for $9 grand, it has 3.5 hours. It's brand new. It's not even broken in. Now, the suspension has been all redone by, you can see on those forks, MVR suspension. Heard about them. A lot of people run them down here. Never personally used them. And it has the 6,500 cartridges up front. So we got rid of the spring forks. He did all this. It has a bladder in the rear, bladder conversion. So everything is revalved. A little bit stiffer spring. He's similar weight to me, so I'm in spec with the sag. I could actually go down a spring rate because I'm like on the borderline. I'm at like 38 mils of static sag in the rear. But so far it feels pretty good. Just compressing the suspension on the ground. It feels very lively and good. It's not like super soft, and it's not stiff. It's like in between. So definitely want to try these out. I've heard a lot of good things about these 6,500 cartridges. So that's something I didn't have to buy. Like I said, if this stuff wasn't done, I wouldn't buy the bike. I believe the retail on those cartridges are like 1,300, plus you got to buy the front fork springs, so another 140 bucks. So you're about like 1,400 bucks just for the fork setup, and then another 600 for the rear shock. So pretty close to like, you know, $2 grand overall suspension work, and it has 0 hours on the suspension. He did the work, got it, and just sat in the garage. Said he kind of got hurt in April, so we kind of took advantage of the situation. We scooped her up, and pretty stoked over her. I love the look of this bike. The black and orange has the updated frame. There's a lot of reviews out there already. Has the cutouts in the frame, different swing arm, different linkage bolts, stuff like that. I haven't ridden one of these yet with the new updates. I've had the factory edition 350 with the older frame, like the 24. So pretty pumped up to get on this girl and see what she's got. He also did put the XC tank on, which is another plus. And I got some leftover parts here. He also gave me a factory edition seat, which is another plus. It has a little hump in it, hold your butt in place. The pump for the air forks, which I don't need anymore. It's the old bladder reservoir thing. MX tank, I could still throw that on if I wanted to. These are the old air forks, and there's some other odds and ends in the garage. So for $9 grand, I think we got a killer deal, because this bike retails for $10,400. That's before any fees, any freight charges, documentation fees, tax, all that nonsense. So got a brand new bike pretty much for $9 grand. So I had to buy it. It's fairly cheap. And it's set up for woods. Could go to a motocross track, obviously. The only thing it doesn't have, if I keep this bike, I'm going to ride it for a little bit first. I'll put the kickstand on, the KTM OEM kickstand from the XCF 250. It bolts right on. It's like $70 because I do like the kickstand. The only other thing is the rear wheel. It's a 19-inch rear wheel. I'm so used to 18-inch rear wheels. These tires look so danky. So we'll ride it as is for now. And my buddy has a factory edition wheel set, brand new, with an 18-inch rear wheel with the orange hubs. It's like $900. Or we could just buy a single 18-inch rear wheel, because I do prefer that setup. It's a thicker tire. You can run lower air pressure. You don't have to worry about pinch flats when you're in the woods. And it's a more comfortable ride, because like, look at the sidewalls compared to like an 18-inch. So, but that's just minor stuff for now. I want to get riding here soon. Like I said, we had a lot of snow. It's obviously, you can see it's melting now, but there was a lot. So up there in the woods, it's probably all soggy and nasty. I'm not sure. I might go up there, check it out before I load up the bike. But either way, we'll get some riding in here, drop a video of it, and see how I like it compared to the Yamaha. I did throw this number plate on. I had this, I don't know, I forgot where. I think I got it from a buddy. Just threw that on instead of the orange one. It's like, came on the factory edition 250. If I like it, throw some number graphics on it, and probably won't do a full graphics kit. I like the look of this. Let me know what you guys think. I think it looks sharp, way better than the 24 color scheme for sure. It's a sharp bike. I got some WP fork decals. We're gonna take this off. I'm not a fan of the America red, white, and blue. Love America, but it's just on the bike. Doesn't really go with it. So we'll just throw some WP stickers on there. And look at the seat. I'm not sure. I like the black seat, I'm not gonna lie. But let me know what you guys think. Might throw the factory edition seat. I could swap them off. We have different flavors on this channel, so see how that goes. I think it'll look good either way. But I will say this. I say this all the time. After riding Japanese bikes and I go get a KTM, you can instantly tell the quality difference. Like, it's just night and day difference. That's why these bikes are a little bit more expensive. Hydraulic clutch, Brembo brakes, already feel amazing. Love it. What was I going to say? Having a brain fart here. The quality difference is it's just much better in my opinion. It really is. Everyone wants spring forks to come on the motocross version. I guess I've never had a problem with the air forks. Once you get them dialed in, they break in, they're pretty good. 3 pounds lighter, a lot of adjustability. But to each their own. I can go either way, but I think KTM should just put the spring forks from the factory, throw them in the bike just like the off-road models, because their forks are amazing. I think they're better than KYB's, the new forks that come on the off-road models. But if you guys have ran these WP 6500 cartridges, let me know what you think. Every review I've seen, they love them. So we'll get some riding footage. Pretty stoked. Give you a little walk around. Like to compare it to the Yamaha, but I could tell just by sitting on this bike already, like I've had a lot of KTMs. There's nothing like sitting on the fresh KTMs. Like they just feel right. So this is just how I got it. I cleaned it up, and that's really about it. Just looks like a killer bike. A little Halloween theme. So kind of giving the people what they want. They wanted a KTM 250. There's not a lot of reviews or not much footage on these bikes, the XCF 250 or this SXF. I know on the media, you know, the pro guys, they do reviews on these bikes, but a lot of people want like average guy reviews. You know, I like watching the media reviews, but when I'm looking for a bike, I like to see average reviews too. And it came with these Mica bars. Forgot to mention about these. I'm gonna run these. It's a, what was it? I looked it up, Stuart Villapoto bend. It came with the bike, so I'm going to try them out. Who knows, I might like them. That's, you know, one thing that's good. If it comes on the bike, just try it. Who knows, I might love them. I usually run Carmichael bend. They look a lot taller, but I think that's just an illusion, because usually I run no crossbar, and then there's the pad with the fat bar set up. So it looks taller, but I don't think it really is. So we'll try those out, and I'll give you guys some feedback whenever we get out and ride. So I think that about covers it. Nothing really too much to talk about. Just gonna ride it and put her through her paces, break her in a little bit. Suspension feels good, just compressing it feels pretty good. So I'll see you guys here soon. We'll drop another video, try to get some more content out. Like I said, I've just been doing some other things that have had me occupied, having fun doing some other stuff elsewhere off dirt bikes. So we'll get her dialed in. Oh, one other thing. I will order the XCF OEM skid plate. Bolts right up to this. Same bolt pattern, same frame. So that'll be one thing we'll add, because I don't like that. It's too sketchy for me. You could rock, crack your engine case. But that's about it. Let me know what you guys think, what you want to see. We'll be back soon. See you guys later.